Hey, so for my first episode of Around the House, I decided I would focus on my almost lifelong obsession, passion, shall we say, with V. The original miniseries, the follow-up miniseries, the series, the reboot, and everything in between. It was one of those things that just grabbed me at the exact right time and took hold and never really let go. So, this is actually take two. We'll see how many times Jack appears, my cat, in this one as opposed to the last one, and we'll take whichever one's better. So, anyway, moving on. This is, I guess, not my whole collection, but the vast majority of it. Yeah, there's Jack right there, all handy and stuff. We'll just start at like one side and work our way back over. So here we have this pinup that I ripped out of 16 magazine when I was a kid, and I had it on my wall, on my ceiling, wherever. I had a lot of pinups as a kid, because I used to think I could sort of control what I dreamt about if I surrounded myself with things that make me happy. And V was one of those things, but there just were not enough pinups for my liking. So I've kept this one all these years. You can see like tape marks and stuff from the back of the page where it was taped up many a time. It has seen some wear. I made a dorky little scrapbook of nerdy stuff that I clipped out of TV Guide magazine. So we got Donovan and Julie. Like, who wasn't in love with Faye Grant in the 80s, right? Like, if you weren't, you just didn't have a soul. Come on. Dukes of Hazzard. We got Donovan and Julie again, and a little bad guy. Well, not. I mean, you know, Diana. You love to hate her, and Martin's just like generally a good guy, even though he ain't human. And then we had a little blurb about Charles and Diana's wedding because that was certainly memorable. Flashing forward several years, the first time I met Morena Baccarin, who would go on to play Anna in the reboot of V. I was wearing my friggin' V t-shirt. We had no idea. This was a good 3 years, I think, before the reboot happened, so when I saw her again later, it was like, oh, look at the irony there. And that is the lovely Christina Hendricks with her. I met them both at the same time. Back in the day. When was that? 2006, I think? Anyway. Another couple of years later, had the good fortune of meeting Robert Englund, who played Willie on the show, and I wore this t-shirt that I designed, and then got him to flash the V signal on one hand, and then he had the Freddy Krueger glove around Tim's neck there in the other half. And the expression on his face says, like, what the hell, I've just become schizophrenic right now. I have, let's see, all the novels, including the one that started it all for me. The lovely Anne Crispin had written this. Rest in peace, dear lady, you gave me exactly what I needed when I needed it. And then I read them all. It was like every time I went to a bookstore, used bookstore, I was like flea markets. Had my parents on the lookout for any and all of V-books. I've got like 2 copies of the East Coast Crisis. I don't even care. I've just kept them all. I've read them all over and over again. I've got everything on video. I'm only putting out a selection here. I've got all the DVDs here except for season 2 of the reboot, which I don't have yet, but I will. I've got these Columbia House. My mom gave me a surprise VHS copy of, I believe it was like V and V the Final Battle in like a 2. No, the first one was just in a 2 tape, and then the Final Battle was like 3 more tapes, but after that I joined the Columbia House Video Club because they had the entire series, and each one has got like the air dates and stuff, and a little bit of information about the episodes that you're watching, so that turned out to be pretty cool. And one of my roommates actually, as soon as we moved in together, she spent 3 days just watching it all, start to finish. It was ridiculous. She didn't move out of her chair for 2 days. Comic books. I got these on eBay a couple of years ago. Well, probably more than a couple now. Probably more like 10 years ago, actually. It was a while ago, but they were not very good, but it's still, it's my people, so I needed to have them. I needed to have them all, and, you know, I read them once, and now I'm just gonna keep them in their bags for the rest of time, likely. I got some trading cards. No stickers, just the complete set of trading cards. I got a little patch that my friend Dorothy did get for me for my birthday one year. I got an unopened pack of cards that I got at a Toy Con recently. I've got this little dude. I got him from eBay not that long ago. I've wanted him pretty much my whole life. I opened the box immediately because I don't care about resale value, because I'm not reselling him. He's staying with me till I die. Till I die. His tongue goes in and out, if I can get it to show up on camera here. Not really. Nah. Let me try it with my other. Nope, not really. Trust me, his tongue goes... Okay, wait, maybe if I do it from the side. His tongue goes in and out of his little human head, because he's got a lizard head underneath. Wanted him forever, now I got him. I rule. I rule. This is the design I came up with. 83 is when the original miniseries first aired, and we made the V and Donovan a little bit more V-leg, although I think this is the reboot V, but anyway, it was still cool in theory. And it's available on Cafe Press. I just haven't had a chance to fix it yet. And then I have my original V shirt that I got from Alana's site. That's the one I was wearing when I met Marina Baccarin. And, yeah. There's one more thing that I have to share, but it's a little bigger and did not fit in with this whole group of stuff. Here comes Jack. Let's see what kind of trouble he can get up to in the final seconds. Huh. Alright. So I'll be back in a flash with one final remaining item. Okay, Jack. Part 2, if we can get through this without Jack's help, is one item, but I'm so lucky to have it, and I'm so grateful that the people I've met so far have been able to sign it. I'll just show it to you, and then we'll talk about it. So this, ladies and germs, is... it wrinkles at the top, or it rolls at the top, so I had to anchor it. But basically, CTV, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put out like bus shelter posters and stuff. This was from a bus shelter. But they basically, it's hard to see, but up at the top they have a mothership coming in over the Toronto cityscape. They did this with a few cities across Canada, and I think it was a friggin' brilliant idea. I'm so happy to have the Toronto one. It's like, oh, I couldn't ask for anything better than an alien invasion right here in the city, where I live. So, since then, I managed to get Ms. Marina B. to sign it. She was the first one to sign it, so naturally she took the center. It was her show. And she wrote, "You knew first," because she knew by then that I was wearing the V t-shirt before she was on it. At the same time, I got Mr. Alan Tudyk to sign it as well. After that, I had the excellent fortune of meeting Mr. David Richmond Peck, who was in the first season of the reboot, and it was one of those things where it was like, I just want to show it to you, and then I decided I would get him to sign it as well, because why not? And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the whole thing signed before the show got tragically cancelled, but I did just last year, I think, get Miss Laura Vandervoort, who played Morena's daughter on the show, and then like her own evil twin as well. She signed it as well. I think she was the most recent one. Yeah, everybody else signed it when the show was still on, but Laura was, I think, just talking about the Bitten being announced, so it was very cool that she got a chance to sign it after the fact. So yeah, you know, and it's one of those things where I'll just keep trying anytime I get a chance to meet somebody from the show. Jane Badler, I'm talking to you specifically, because that would be amazing. But yeah, I will always be on the lookout to try and get new signings on this wicked poster. Can you even see, like, how awesome it is? It's freaking huge. But, which is why it has to stay rolled in a tube for now, because I just don't have room for it, but, yeah. So there's a mothership coming in to, attack and enslave all of Toronto. And Toronto looks really pretty, doesn't it? I mean, look at the reflections in the water and stuff. This is a great poster. Yeah, so that's it for my V collection. So far, Jack stayed off the poster for now. That's a good thing. Yeah, just, there's me. So that's my V collection for the most part. I left some of the VHS in the bins that they're in, because who wants to drag all that out and put it away again? Not me. It's Sunday, I'm tired, gotta work tomorrow. There you go. But yeah, so the hope is that I'm gonna continue to do little short episodes so that you can see all the crazy tons of nerdy stuff that I have, and probably cats from here and there inserted in for entertainment value and like occasional cuteness. And yeah, I have no idea what's going to be next. I chose this one because it's one of the furthest reaching, and they are like all in here right now. And it's one of the longest lasting passions that I have. It was one of my greatest passions that I had. I was writing to what's his name? There we go. Yeah. The battle begins on the poor poster. Luckily, it's like vinyl or something, so it doesn't even really tear easily. It's not like normal paper. Anyway, Brandon Tartikoff was at it. I was writing to him all the time to like bring back V or re-air V so that I could watch it again. So I was very happy when it finally came out on video and then on DVD. I think it's even out on Blu-ray now, but I don't have anything to play a Blu-ray on yet. Yeah, but I will. And I'll buy the whole damn thing then too. So that's it. I love V. We are of peace, and the visitors are not our friends. Take care.